What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we need to get this Bolt battery and this big Navitas motor controller in on a golf cart, but let me show you exactly what I'm working with. So this is the golf cart we're going to be replacing. I went ahead and stripped it all the way down because I got some new brake cables, I got some new relief spring bushings, and some more bushings for the front here. Plus I want to paint some of this stuff, but this right here is not going to cut it. So with the power of YouTube, all right, well, not sure if you guys can hear it or not, but it's raining outside again. And it's going to be raining all weekend. I already got some water coming into the shop here. And they got a flooding issue outside. I need to get a drain in place. But anyways, went ahead and put the front cowl back on. The suspension is all painted. I do need to connect the steering shaft. I thought about going ahead and ordering a new rack and some new rod ends, since I went ahead and got all new hubs and everything. I've painted all the suspension. I'm not going to lift this cart, but in this episode we're trying to get the cart put back together. I went ahead and I painted the frame, painted the axle, tried to get everything nice and neat on it as possible. Went ahead and put new brake lines on it, new bushings front to rear. I painted the battery box last night. This is just Rust-Oleum satin. I came in here and I notched out the this lower portion here. So I got my main wire coming through here. I wire tied it, notched a little piece out down here, got it going in and into this area here for the plate. So I'm happy with that. I think that looks clean. As far as my wire goes, as your headlights and stuff, I ran those on the outside of the box, just coming through here. And I'll probably end up zip tying it or something along the way. When you get your bolt bracket, you're gonna get two of these right here, adapter plates for your AC input. The AC input's also branded by Bolt as well. This is for the President, this is for your EasyGo. I believe you can use this right here for Yamaha and DS and other things as well. But we're gonna actually attach this right here, just like that right there. All right, went ahead and got our AC input port in. It looks pretty good. Do not go too strong with your drill or your impact. You wanna turn it down, you will crack the plastic. I did crack the top right of it, but for the most part it's in. It's a little off, but it'll be fine. All right, before I get the battery installed, I'm gonna go ahead and install the charger, and I'm gonna do things a little bit differently. I have my AC port plug right here, but look at all of this extra wire. I don't want that just laying in the battery compartment. This is not gonna be your standard install, but if you wanna lay this right here in the compartment, you can. This is going to be your main output for your battery here. This spot right here, I like to mount the charger there, but see, it doesn't fit. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to cut just a little bit of this back edge out here with the oscillating tool, where we can make this right here fit flush. Took the orbital sander after I notched it. It's fitting in there nicely now, so I like that a lot better. I like it sitting down there versus being on one of the sides there, okay? If you're doing a basic install, you don't have to do any of that. I'm just building this cart for me, like I've just said probably 100 times so far. Looking at it from this side of the cart, everything is nicely installed there. Charger fits flush. I went ahead and ran the AC cable out the side, tucked it up on the outside, ran those cables out the back there into the controller house cable here as well. So what it looks like on the back and the side there. And I went ahead and got this right here cable plugged up right there, right along here. Well, I was thinking I was gonna put the controller right here, but look at how behemoth this right here controller is. This right here is no joke right here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to put it there due to this right here. I mean, I could try, but I do not think that's gonna work. So this behemoth here, which weighs probably 20 pounds, if not more, will not fit on this plate in this stock location. So I'm thinking charger, battery, controller right here. So I'd like to maybe take this back out, reroute that on the outside of the battery compartment, and then pop it in down here somewhere where we can keep this right here nice as clean as possible. Can still mount my DC to DC converter on this right here and mount it inside of that, as well as the solenoid, because Bolt gives you a heavy duty solenoid with their kit. We might do that in there, so we're not seeing everything in the battery compartment, because I want this right here to be as clean as possible. All right, went ahead and got the controller in. That's exactly what it looks like. I just drilled 4 holes, ran the bolts and nuts through it with some lock washers. I think it looks pretty good. So I came in here, I used my battery hold down brackets. I've got 2 holes drilled. I got the bolts in there. I did test fit this right here with the wood piece first to kind of give me an eyeball measurement of, you know, where it needs to be at. And this right here is pretty much what I've came up with. Now I got, like I said, 2 bolts in here, got them drilled. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set the battery in place, and then I can go up underneath the cart with my washer, lock washer, and nut to tighten this right here down. I can also gain access through this right here back panel here to throw a wrench in here and be able to tighten it up as well, since it's gonna be lifted up a little bit or elevated off the bottom of the floor. So that's where we at on this right here step. That's exactly how I'm doing this. Now, maybe an easier way to do it. You may have found out a better way of doing it, but this is the way that I've came up with. Let's get the battery in. All right, guys, got the battery in. That bracket fits in there very nice. That's exactly what it looks like here. I think it looks good. Everything fits good. These right here, bottom brackets, they fit good. And these bolts here, these are threaded, so they will screw directly into the bracket, which is very nice. Same goes on this side here. Brackets fit down there very nice as well. I've tried to center this as best as possible. So this is the controller panel. Generally, this is where a controller will go. I went ahead and mounted a solenoid, the DC to DC converter, and my switch plate here, 8 gain, so I can run on the dash. All of that's going to be mounted into this right here compartment there. I still need to run my power and negative probably going to run it to the solenoid of this one, and probably the ground over here as well. Then that'll be taken care of. I need to run a key turn on switch there. I need to extend these wires here for the solenoid. So that's where we're at, and I'm gonna just keep plugging away. All right, so I opened the box. I put these right here, rings on here. They will help you lift these motors, because listen, they are not light at all. And I'm reusing the hardware that came with the other motor that was on the cart to secure this one on. These are like 1/4 20s, I believe. And it takes a 7/16 wrench to tighten them down. You never really want to tighten these to snug the motor, so you always want to just do that while you're tightening them, okay? Makes it stay on there. Like I said, 7/16. We'll tighten this right here up. All right, so we're gonna make some phase cables. I got this right here, it's like 2-gauge cable. I got some 2-gauge lugs there, and you see this right here fits pretty nicely, but notice one thing, the cable's blue, everything else is green. So I got this right here wire loom cover that's gonna fit onto the cable, and it should look a lot better. Now it is black, yellow, and green. The Navitas is dark green. The Bolt is light green, so I think this right here will match. And I'm gonna put links to everything that I'm using in the video description. Now this is a Amazon lug crimping tool. I'll put the link below, but it's spring loaded here. Basically, you put the lug in here, put the wire in there, and then you hit it with a hammer. And I got this on Amazon. I'll link it down below in the description as well. So in case you're wondering how I fitted my lugs or crimped them on, that's what I used. The lug looks like, then I got some heat shrink Place it on the end between the lug, the wire, and this right here cover. Heat it up. This is exactly what it looks like here. All right, I got the motor on, wired up. I think this right here loom looks so much better. Now, notice this is not heat shrink. This is Tessa tape or wire loom tape here, because the heat shrink that I ordered was just too small and I wasn't gonna wait for Amazon to ship more. So I went ahead, just use that in here as well. So you really can't hardly see that, but got the covers on. I went ahead and put some wire ties here just so these covers don't pop off. I got the speed sensor wires all zip tied in here in the loom. Loom's going into the cart there. Looks a lot cleaner. Went ahead and got all that loom or this wire cover, cable color in here. That looks so much better if you ask me. Now this right here isn't tight. I need to finish doing something to this and run another ground wire back, I believe, because we still got to worry about the power here from the battery is one thing, but I need to get ground back here and ground for the charger. So, but here's the deal. I just started thinking, are we going to use this or not? And I'm going to show you why right now. Because I have the Navitas screen, and this right here is connected to the controller. It also has a radio on it, CarPlay, and it has some accessories. So I do not need a radio for this cart, just speakers. And I might not even use that switch panel since there's a switch panel built into this. Now, not sure if I'm gonna get to this right here on this episode. This might be an episode all by itself because I want to mount it on the cart as well. So with that being said, I'm not sure if I'm gonna use this now. Well guys, I hate to say this, but it looks like a wrap on this right here episode. We got hit with the flu this week at the house. And you know, once it hits one, it hits all. In this video, I was trying to get it at least running. I didn't get it running. I still got to do some more work. I need to extend some wires to go to the solenoid. I think I'm gonna have to either replace the harness on the cart or replace the, what is that, a 16-pin connector on there, kind of like we did on the Yamaha a while back, because the main connector is bad, which I knew that going into this project. Yeah, so the next video, we're going to get that kind of stuff right there buttoned up. And we're going to also go over the 10-inch screen as well from Navitas. I cannot wait to get this thing right here rocking and rolling. I've been looking at videos of other guys with this same right here set up in their carts. And some of their speeds they're talking about getting is ridiculous. I'm not going to lie to you. It's only going to be a 2-seater cart. I'm not going to put a back seat on it. I'm not going to put a roof on it. I'm undecided on the style I want to go with. Should we make it like a drag cart? Should we make it like a street cart? I don't know. I don't know just yet. I got 1,000 ideas going through my head. But once we get it all put together, then we'll start making riding videos and showing you what different things do on the cart as well with the screen. I got to order wheels and tires. I've got to, I'm thinking about painting the body myself. I mean, I got a lot of things I've been wanting to do that this right here would be the perfect time to do it to this cart here. A lot of things I want to try. With that being said, guys, I'm going to catch you on the next one. And we got some other carts that we're going to be coming out here with soon. But this right here is going to be my newest build, for something for me to keep. So, till next time, guys, we'll see y'all later.